afternoon. It's a beautiful day outside. I'm loving it. Having a great day. I am busy in the studio, cranking out jewelry. Got show on Tuesday, another one on Saturday. So I'm really busy. Getting ready to populate the Etsy store again. Feeling creative vibes. Just, yeah, like up there. And I was putting together my sage bowl. Hang on, I'm just gonna read this to you. I'm not prepared. So, okay, so I burn sage. And I was going to, there it is. Yeah. When I burn sage, depends on what I'm doing, whether I'm burning it for mental clarification for that moment. Am I blessing my house? Am I cleansing my house? Sometimes I'll fan it around my doorways. I'll fan it around my windows as protection for inside and for outside. I fan it around my pets. My bed for peaceful sleep. I guess Sage, me, and Big Daddy both. I don't know why I'm doing this. And then sometimes I burn it just in a bowl, just because the smell keeps me grounded. And then I will burn it with intent. Like, I wish one of these days I will. Don't look at my room because I'm in the process of doing things. But this was my grandma's bowl. And so I have the sage in here. Then I put stones in here to burn around it. For the properties of the stones to also be in tune with those. So in that bowl, and it changes. It's not, I don't have a set group of stones that I use for my saging. It's just whatever I'm led for, whatever I need for the day. So I've got a big slab of agate. I'm just going to show them to you as I talk about it. I have a big slab of agate. I have funky crackle quartz. You heat them up and then drop them in water and they'll crackle. You do it with marbles too. I've got a moonstone. This is a real low grade moonstone as far as like jewelry concerns, but still moonstone. And then I have, so this is not real citrine. This represents citrine. So this basically is heat treated amethyst. So if you have a piece of citrine, I don't know. See how it's yellow on the top, white on the bottom? Citrine doesn't have that white on the bottom. That means that it's heat treated agate. But the representation of citrine is there. I could put a penny in there, and that penny would represent citrine, and I would get the same effects. Okay. Don't get hung up on like, what's the word I want to use? Just make it your own. Make it your own. And then I got black tourmaline. I got several pieces of black tourmaline. A handful, basically, these little black tourmalines. And I got blue lace agate. It's a blue lace agate. And then I have like a regular tourmaline. They're really cool because they grow in like columns, and so I maybe shouldn't be holding my phone. Let's try this. Yeah, I got two hands. Can you see it? It's just really sweet, little stone. But that's tourmaline. And then I have a big hunk of amethyst. So you'll see this a lot, and it'll be yellow up top and then cloudy on the bottom, and they'll say it's citrine. It's not. Heat treated amethyst. But if you want it to represent citrine, let it, okay? Don't let the price tag, don't let somebody tell you how you're supposed to do. Because you're making your own magic, okay? And then, garnets. It looks like tourmaline, but that's a, it's not gonna focus. Anyway, that's a little garnet. And I chose all these today, for different reasons, but I'm gonna read them off to you. So the agate is for harmony and balance. The quartz is your amplifier. So not only is it a power stone, a protection stone, but it's also an amplifier. So whatever you put it with, whatever intent you put it with, whatever day you put it with, I mean, whatever, it's an amplifier. It's going to amplify good and bad. So if your emotions are really high and you're really strung out, put your quartz away, because you're probably going to hit the ceiling, okay? And then citrine, moonstone. Moonstone's for intuition and for inspiration. Like I said, I'm in my studio and I'm creating and stuff is like crazy. Like, I just got ideas like crazy. I don't know why I have to be so close to that camera. Nobody wants to look at me like this. And then some moonstone. Citrine removes negativity, and it's also for success. Black tourmaline is the ultimate of the protection stones. It transmutes negativity. It also sends the negativity back to the sender. It's a lot. And then blue lace agate is tranquility. It removes nervousness. Tourmaline is your happiness. And then amethyst is your peace stone. And then garnet is self-love, relationships. It's also psychic protection. So those are the ones that I have in my sage bowl today that I am burning. And they're all chosen for a reason today. It wasn't a random draw. It was a choice of things that I'm working on in my life at this moment. And so I wanted to share that with you because I know I've heard people say things, and I've had people ask me questions as far as, you know, I want to burn sage, but I don't know what to say. You don't have to say anything. You can have thought. You can burn sage because you like how it smells. You don't have to have a ritual. I know, I see you, crazy calico. You don't have to have a ritual to burn sage. You can you interrupted me, girlie. I was on a roll too, and I sounded so good. With your, just put intent. And then some people have issues with intent because they're like, well, I don't know what my intent should be. How specific should it be? Don't make an outline with bullet points. What's your intent, right? My intent today is inspiration and creativity, and leave it there. Just leave it there. And don't overthink it. Just act on it. Just do it and act on it. And then some people want a ritual. There's some people try to say there's a rule book. My personal opinion, I don't agree with the rule book because it's different for everybody. The experience is different for everybody. Everybody vibrates differently. There are great guidelines. Yes, there are great guidelines. As you're learning and as you're on that spiritual journey, follow those guidelines. But when things start to speak to you, resonate within you, you're really on that path, you're going to see things differently because you're going to see them for you. And then ultimately, you know, we're 1 in 7 billion. Or somebody else is going to see the same things you do. I don't think that made as much sense as I wanted it to. But you may see something some way, and if you do, share it. Because that, your aha moment, may be the boost someone needs to get over that spiritual hurdle. Because they just couldn't figure it out. And you did, and you shared it. And so, yeah, goofball. So with burning sage, you don't have to have a ritual. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to. You don't have to. But I've found a good little poem, prayer, whatever you want to call it. And it doesn't give credit to anyone, so I don't, and I apologize. I don't know who to give credit to on this other than Google, and I'm sure it's somebody, and I haven't found it yet. And if you do know who it is, comment below. Tell me, so I can give credit. But if you want to say a little song, but you don't know what, because in the beginning sometimes you feel a little awkward maybe, feel like a little bit like you're testing the waters a little bit, you just don't know what to do. Sometimes you need somebody to hold your hand, and I'll do that. And so, in doing so, this is sweet and simple, carries a lot of weight, a lot of meaning to whoever says it, because it's broad-based and individual at the same time. But while you're burning your sage, if you want to whisper a little something, because maybe you need the ritual, you can say, negativity that invades my sacred place, I banish you away with the light of my grace. You have no hold or power here, for I stand and face you with no fear. Be gone forever, for this I will say, this is my sacred place, and you will obey. It's really sweet, to the point. So, if that helps you, yay. Because that's the intent. Not to tell you what to do, but to encourage you and nudge you a little bit to grow past the awkwardness and the hesitation on your spiritual journey. So I shared that a little bit with you today. So always remember, be peaceful, be kind. It's important. Talk to you tomorrow.